Watch us live stream at www.twitch.tv/Inez27 Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. Follow us on Twitter at SeemsGoodMagic and support my eBay store by going to SeemsGoodMagic.com, clicking on the link, and purchasing some playsets or singles. Thanks and enjoy the video. Hey, Alex here for another full Return to Ravnica block 8-4 draft. And open a good pack here. We've got Putrefy, we've got Zertod Druid, foil Zertod Druid. Let me get that little card thing up for everybody here. Alright. So we've got Putrefy and Zertod Druid. Both pretty excellent. I guess Putrefy has the advantage of taking out Clue Stones and Key Runes in this full block, which are both a little more played. Zertod Druid's very good too, though. I do love that card. Putrefy is actual really strong removal, so I think I'm going to go with that over the awesome Ramper. What else are we really passing? Not too much else. 4 Clue Stones, which is just absurd. A little bit of an Izzet, a little bit of a Simic, but certainly not much of a Golgari signal, so pretty happily snatch up the Putrefy. Follow up pick. Well, we've got Beetleform Mage, which is going to work with the Putrefy. We've also got Spike Jester, which is pretty awesome. Not bad for like a Jundi build or some sort of aggressive Rakdos Jund deck. Spike Jester is pretty good. Beetleform Mage is good too. I did pass some blue spells. That's going to motivate people to go into Simic. Maybe I just want to snatch up this Spike Jester. I passed a Plasm Capture. I passed a Zertod Druid. I do like Beetleform Mage quite a bit. It's a pretty awesome spell. I may just want it over the Spike Jester. It's tough. I guess Spike Jester's not as good in limited. You have to really be able to make aggressive work. Let's take the Beetleform Mage. This is a tougher pick. Alright. Well, now I got the Gruul War Chant, which I really want to take, but there's also Rot Farm Skeleton and Crawl Warrior in here. And a Punish the Enemy? Wow. Well, I think because Gruul War Chant wasn't taken, I should probably take it here. It's a really powerful spell. Very, very powerful ability. Rot Farm Skeleton turned out pretty well for me last time, but I mean, I could take Rot Farm, but Gruul War Chant's, I mean, obviously stronger. It's just a matter of can we get all 3 colors working. I mean, it makes me regret passing the Spike Jester, but I think it's early enough and there's enough upside to taking Gruul War Chant where we should just slam it here. Very strong spell. Okay. So this pack, we can do Ubulsar Gatekeeper. Can do, well, if we want to make the Putrefy and the Gruul War Chant work, we should probably take the Ubulsar Gatekeeper. If we want to make the Beetleform and the Gruul War Chant work, maybe we take the Flux Charger. I'm not opposed to that either. But then that makes it so we can't play the Putrefy, which is a bit awkward. This already has Evasion too, which makes the Gruul War Chant a little less relevant, but do like Flux Charger a lot. I like Ubulsar Gatekeeper a lot if I can turn it on. Weapon Surge is a good trick. That's tough. I'm going to go with the Gatekeeper on that one. I think I'd rather be able to turn the Putrefy on. Alright. This pack, we've got Thrashing Moss Dog, which is excellent. We also have Punish the Enemy. Punish is removal. Thrashing Moss Dog is just very good for this deck, though. Lets us attack in with Gruul War Chant, block flyers. Punish is just straight removal, though. Skylasher is pretty interesting, too. 2-drop, but I think I'd rather have the Moss Dog than the Skylasher. Although this does have Pro Blue, which can be relevant. against, you know, windrakes and other flyers. If I'm going to make Golgari work, I'm definitely going to want some scavenge. That's a tough pick. I'm going to take the Moss Dog. Might not be right, but I guess I'd rather go deeper Golgari than deeper into red, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. Here we're taking another Moss Dog pretty happily over the Maze Behemoth and the Give and Take, which is actually good. Give and Take is good. But I think I'd rather have the Moss Dogs. They're just going to give us all the Moss Dogs? Well, that's pretty incredible. Weapon Surge, good trick once again. I don't mind taking all the Moss Dogs. They're pretty awesome. Better than Hill Giant. Gaze of Granite's in here too, but it's pretty pricey to kill stuff. It doesn't even really take care of bombs very effectively. Don't think I'm interested in the Maze Behemoth. Alright, let's take the Thrashing Moss Dog. Here, I think we can take the Morgue Burst, but I guess it doesn't synergize too fantastically well with Scavenge creatures. Despite this, I think it's still okay. Notion Thief's actually interesting too. If we end up doing the Beetle Form Mage over the Gruul War Chant. There's 4 mana, 3/1 flash. I guess it's a little more interesting than Morgue Burst. But if we get any sort of self-mill like Grizzly Salvage, I might want the Morgue Burst. Hired Torture is perfectly fine if we pick up Axebanes. This deck wants to be junk, I would think. Can take the Golgari Cluestone. We can also take the Selesnya Cluestone. Let's take the Golgari in case we don't end up junk. Mutant's Prey actually works well alongside Scavenge. So far we just have expensive Scavenge, but let's just get a Cluestone. I kind of like them. They're pretty playable. Maybe the Gruul over the Mutant's Prey too. I mean, it takes quite a bit of setup for our deck to turn on the Mutant's Prey, but we will be seeing some evolve. I never end up playing the Mutant's Prey, whereas I usually end up playing the Gruul cards, so let's take the Gruul Cluestone. Bunch of blue. This is probably the best. This thing's playable. Sure, Weapon Search. And a Simic Cluestone. Are we doing 4 color? I don't know if I'm going to be that bold, but we're going to keep our eyes open. Pack 2, pretty awesome black pick. I like Ogre Slumlord a lot. There's also Basilica Screecher, which is very good. Awesome creature to scavenge onto. Think I want the Slumlord though. What else is in here? We've got Syndicate Enforcer and Burst, Mugging. Let's take the rare. Slumlord's very good. Feel like our deck's going to be doing some trades, so he's going to be relevant. If we get any sort of black removal out of this pack, he gets just insane. Wow, Consuming Aberration. That's a really, really strong spell. We're not really passing too much at all. I think we're just taking it. Probably going to make it work with the Simic Cluestone. Could go more... Could cut the red. Maybe. I mean, Consuming Aberration is worth trying to force, and blue seemed to be open. So we could try something like this. And if we did, then we could take the Drakewing here, which is excellent with the Moss Dogs. There's also Dimir Charm. Metropolis Sprite. Let's take the Drakewing. Going a little bit deeper blue, but Drakewing is just amazing with any sort of scavenge at all. So it looks like we're doing a bug list of some sort. I'm okay with that. Okay, so we can take Miming Slime, which looks okay right now, not amazing. Otherwise, it's Biovisionary, which is not that great. Beckon's pretty unnecessary. Spire Tracer's pretty good with Scavenge, but we don't really look like we're super aggressive yet. Look like we're more of a deck that wants to stay, get things done late. Think it's okay to take the Miming Slime. I could see it being insane with Consuming Aberration, or even if we're getting 3 power most of the time, I think he's fine. 3 mana, 3/3. Spire Tracer is good. I'm not convinced I want it over the Miming Slime here. Next pack, I think we can pretty easily take the Keymaster Rogue. It's certainly not amazing in this deck, but it's playable. Alright, we get a good pick here in the Ivy Lane Denizen, so I'll happily snatch that up. Mortar Strider doesn't have any synergies in this deck, does it? Doesn't look like it. Let's take the Ivy Lane. Dimir Guildgate looks very good. Spell Rupture looks fine too, but I think we want this Guildgate, want more mana fixing, want to be able to turn on our Gatekeepers, ideally. Wow, get a good pick here. Could take the Undercity Plague. Our evasion at the moment is a Drakewing, Beetleform Mage, and a Keymaster Rogue. Devour Flesh, on the other hand, removal spell, of which we only have Putrefy at the moment. Also fills the graveyard for Consuming Aberration. This card's pretty awesome, though. Undercity Plague is not to be underrated. I think because we're so short on removal, though, I'm going to take the Devour Flesh. Not happily, but I did it. Alright, I think I'll take another 4-drop. Could take the Trick, which is fine, but I'd like to get an Extort of some sort. Syndicate Enforcer, I think, got better in full block since, he at least has Extort. This looks like a Corpse Blockade deck if I ever saw one. Guess we could take the Leyline Phantom, which is fine but not very good. I think we just take the Corpse Blockade in case we need sack outlet for the thrashing. For example, Runner's Bane or something that locks down Thrashing Moss Dog. It'd be nice to sack it and still be able to scavenge it. Alright, I guess we could take another Corpse Blockade. They actually work fine with Ogre Slumlord too. Guess we take Beckon. Horror. Alright, so last pack, we want Golgari. We want Golgari pretty bad. Let's hide cards we'd prefer to not play. Okay, so the picks here. I like Thrill Kill quite a bit. It's a pretty excellent 2-drop. We're not really an attacker deck, but this can block as well. Gatecreeper Vine is helpful. Launch Party is cool. Sewer Shambler is very good. I like having Landwalk a lot in this format. Thrill Kill does, however, block things early and attacks early too. Sewer Shambler can be unblockable sometimes. It also scavenges. I think we need to fill up our early game a little bit more, so I'm going to take the Thrill Kill. I'm not too thrilled about it, but it's okay. I can take the Guildgate here to help turn on our Gatekeeper. I'd still like to be able to make him work. It's also going to help our mana base. What else, though? Dead Reveler is good. Dead Reveler's good, no doubt about it. Might just want that. If we can pick up one more gate, I feel comfortable playing this, though. Alright, I'm going to take the Guildgate. Might seem greedy, but I want to turn these guys on. Okay, so now we can take Sluiceway Scorpion, Launch Party, Ogre Jailbreaker. Jailbreaker is very good, but we already have quite a few 4-drops. Sluiceway Scorpion, same deal. Same with Launch Party, I guess, too. Rubbleback's good scavenge target. Huh. So many 4-drops. Guess we take the Sluiceway over the Jailbreaker only because we have the Ivy Lane. So I'd like to have a few more green creatures. Could just take the Launch Party because it's straight up removal, which I do want. Currently have 15, 16 creatures if we count that. Maybe I do just want the Launch Party. Just to have the catch-all for any creature. It's another 4-drop, I know, but whatever. So we can do Dagger Drome here, which is going to be really good with Thrashing Moss Dogs. We can also do Gatecreeper Vine, which is going to help turn on our Gatekeepers. It's also good with Launch Party. I think this is definitely an Imp deck, just because we have the 3 Moss Dogs. But I don't know. Also, Grizzly Salvage is not so bad. I guess Dagger Drome works well with Ivy Lane. Not in the sense that it's a green creature, but you can pump it up and get more lifelink. Gatecreeper also works well with Ivy Lane, though. Might just help the mana base. That's tough. I think we actually want the Imp. It's better with the Moss Dogs. That was a tough pick, though. Could take the Salvage now. Could also take the Axebane. We do have the Hired Torturer. We've got a lot of fixing already, but it'll help us pay for earlier scavenges. More likely we're going to wheel the Grizzly. Rubbleback's good too. I can play this over a Cluestone pretty easily, though. And it's a green creature. Alright, let's take the Axebane. Convinced myself. Trestle Troll, another defender. Transguild fixing, probably unnecessary. Chorus is a trick. Have a lot of defenders for Axebane, don't we? I'd rather play a Trestle Troll than 2 Corpse Blockades. But does this deck want a Perilous Shadow? Probably not. Let's just take the Trestle Troll. Alright, Aerial Predation is actually a good card. We can also take the Shred Freak, but this doesn't really look like a deck that needs it or wants it. So let's just take the Predation for sideboard. Alright, got the Selesnya Guildgate. Could also take the Roustabout, but still planning to play the Gatekeeper. As far as I can tell. Is Roustabout that great in this deck? He's okay. Maybe an unnecessary blocker. Chorus is fine too. Let's take the Gate. Long Legs is a good finisher. I'm happy to take that. And here, am I going to play Deviant Glee? Not very likely. It is fine though. I don't have a ton of instants, but Launch Party would be annoying to have dispelled. So would Putrefy. Pretty important spells. Let's take the Deviant Glee in case I want to sideboard into it or make this Miming Slime work. Pretty happy we tabled the Sluiceway. I'm going to take that. We are 4-drop deck. I think that's actually okay. We'll figure it out. Possibly not playing the Keymaster Rogue, lightning on our blue a little bit. We might just do Blue Splash. Grizzly Salvage did, in fact, table. Happy about that. Both of them. Alright, sweet. So, I think with the way this deck is, we can probably make both of those Grizzly Salvages work with the triple Thrashing Moss Dog and the Sluiceway, but we'll find out. Alright, so let's try and figure this out. We have all the clue stones, but do we need them? Possibly not with the triple gate and the Axebane and the double grizzly salvage. Yeah, we should probably be okay without the clue stones. The Simic one feels like it could be good. I have too many 4-drops, so I might want to cut one. It's really Gatekeeper versus Extort Engine. Guess we keep the Extort around. We don't always get this guy online. So if we do the Enforcer, is there anything else that's weaker maybe we want to cut? Like maybe we don't need the Corpse Blockade. Even though it's a Defender, we already have a few. So then we can play the Simic Cluestone, turn on our blue spells a little bit easier. This doesn't look terrible. This looks pretty interesting. This looks like an intriguing deck. 3 blue spells, and then a pretty even mix of black and green. We already have 2 green sources, 2 black sources, 2 blue sources. Wow, that's pretty convenient. Our mana sinks are scavenge only. It's a little bit awkward. I guess Hired Torture gives me something to dump my mana into, so does Beetle Form. Maybe this isn't a Miming Slime deck, but I do kind of like Miming Slime if we ever scavenge on something. It can be really powerful then. Are there Grizzly Salvages no bueno in here? That's another question. Maybe we don't need both. Perhaps we don't need both Grizzly Salvages. Guess it finds us our blue source. It finds us our 3-drops. Finds us our bombs, consuming an ogre. Miming Slime at 5 mana is not bad, alongside Beetle Form Mage. It's not good alongside this. It's okay alongside these guys. I think we're going to keep the Miming Slime around. I could see it being useful. And we did get my minimum requirement to play the Gatekeeper, but we already have so many other 4-drops. And it really was a toss-up between the Enforcer and the Gatekeeper, but I kind of like having the Extort. I can see that being relevant on a stalled board, which it looks like we could easily have with all this reach. I think this deck makes sense. Alright. We're going to try it like this, so let's see what kind of lands we need. They're saying 2 blue sources, 7 black, and each one we already have 2 of. So 4 blue sources, 9 black sources, 8 green sources. We do want to hit our green to hit the Axebane, but we need both for Grizzly Salvage. Maybe we just swap these. Even though we do have more black, I want to make sure I can play my Axebane. Our 2-drops are black, though. I think that's still okay. We have to see both. I guess we do need double black for this. Maybe the black is more important. So 4 blue sources, 9 black sources, 8 green sources. Yeah, that's acceptable. This deck looks pretty fun. Alright, I'm going to run it like this, and we've got a decent sideboard package too, so let's see if we have to use it. I'll see you round 1.